Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video on trading the ICT Silver Bullet strategy. This is currently my fourth video that I'm uploading on the ICT Silver Bullet strategy, and today I managed to take a trade, but not the best trade. So I'm gonna carry you through the process of what was going through my head at the time for that trade, and we had taken the trade on October 27th, 2025. So I started off the day marking out my liquidity zones, which are my London high, Asia high, Asia low, London low. Those are my main zones that I really trade. So going into the markets, I could already, for some reason, I could sense that there was a sell bias for the market. So, based off of the overall trend from like the 15 minute and observing the previous sessions, I noticed that gold broke structure. So, New York yesterday, well, the New York afternoon session gold started to trend down. Asia, it went up and then it pulled back down to this support earlier. And then London, it finally broke that support and turned it into a resistance. And then for New York, now we retested that resistance. I honestly wanted to take the trade from right here because I saw the zone and I was like, yo, this is a good zone I could capture some sales from. But with sticking to my strategy, it did not allow me to trade from that exact zone right here. Because I saw where it was retesting it and then it rejected it, and I'm saying like, damn, this would have been the perfect area to enter the trade from, but it didn't play out that way. I stick to the strategy and follow through. So I was looking for like another re-entry once after the New York stock opened thereabout. So I was looking for an entry. I did get an entry, but it wasn't the best entry. And looking back at it, this was the entry I took right here, this evening star right here. So it was going good for a while. I was hoping that it would continue down to this resistance right here, but it didn't. It did not. So it retraced a bit, and then I saw another entry, and then I was like, okay, it's just a retest, so let me take this other entry. Took that entry and ended up getting stopped out. And if you're looking at my chart right here, I'm wondering what these two lines are for. Those were the previous lows that were made. So if you look on like the 1 hour time frame, those were the last significant lows that were made. This one right here and this one right here. So price, seeing that these were the last two significant lows, and then we came and broke them, I was like, okay, this looks like a good sell opportunity because it broke below the low, retested, and then it's seeking to continue down. So that's what those two lines were for. That was like another level of confluence for me. Seeing that price broke below those lows and stayed below those lows right there. And my stop loss, it was actually right here, a little bit above that previous low right there. So it did stop me out because I ended up risking $45, but that's a bit more than what I would usually risk. The most I would risk is like $30, but I was overly confident about the trade, and that's why I ended up putting another position, and then you know I lost more than I'm supposed to lose. So that's something I have to work on. And as you can see, I have a strong feeling that price is going to continue right down to this resistance right here. But looking back at it, it was not the best entry possible because really and truly I should have waited for a proper retest. So price did go down in my favor, but really and truly I should have waited for an entry like around this point right here. But I really, for some reason, I really wanted to enter the trade this morning. So I wasn't really focused on the overall supports and resistance or market structure for the market. So this would have been the optimal entry earlier in the New York evening session, but I really tend to trade the 10 to 11 session. So that's just another thing I really have to zone in on and understand that, not every day is a trading day. And also, the market structure still plays a role in the silver bullet strategy. So it can really give you better entries if you follow market structure. Because this has happened to me multiple times where it goes back to market structure, stops me out, and then the actual trade plays out. So I'm gonna focus more on implementing market structure into my trading strategy so I can get better trades because I have used market structure before along with the silver bullet strategy and the trades have played out well. But that was before I started to really use it in my strategy. So that's really another thing I have to note. And with that being said, that's it. That is it. But you know, at the end of the day, it's a learning experience. I can't really beat myself up about it because it's basically my first month using the strategy, so it's gonna take me a while to like adjust to the different rules of the strategy and figuring out the different tweaks I need to make for the strategy. So I'll be successful at this strategy. I will. But for now, I just gotta journal and note my mistakes. But proud nevertheless. I'm just one step closer to success. That's what I feel. So, with all that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and keep trading.